Andy, could we just explain Ironart's involvement here? Because one of these Edwardian loos has stayed in place, the other one you took away. What exactly have you been doing?
That's right. Well, there's obviously the two toilets, the old ladies and the old gents. And we've had to relocate, all the ladies are being relocated, so that's why that's come down. But the gents are staying in situ, and it's an awful lot of work, as you can imagine, to dismantle one of these structures. So better that it's done in situ. You know, we can create a nice environment to work in, and that's the reason that's here. So
you guys are experts when it comes to metal. What sort of structures were they?
Right, so the toilets are cast iron, so liquid metal poured into moulds. They were all designed as flat packs, so they could be shipped all over the empire. You know, McFarlane's, the foundry that made the ladies' toilets, were a massive operation. So yeah, modular panels. We need a toilet this size in this park or this place, and away they go. And they'd send everything down, build them up in panels, and that was it. Really simple. When we took the ladies down, it was really just a case of, you know, unpicking a few bits, and then apart it came. But primarily cast iron tends to stand the weather a bit better. Yeah.
So they're not in bad nick, but they need some TLC, which is what you're doing. So what exactly are you doing?
Yeah, so the ladies in particular was on the buildings at risk register and looked absolutely appalling. Lots of overgrowth coming through, and you know, the glass all smashed. But actually, it's in pretty good condition. You know, we haven't had to do a lot of repair. We've had a couple of panels recast, and we've had some gutter spouts made that were missing. Lovely little sort of bare spouts. So, you know, when they go back up, they'll have a nice little bit of sort of playful character to them. And you would see them on the McFarlane's toilets all over the place. I mean, there's some on Blackboy Hill, there's some down in Cranmore Station. And in fact, we borrowed one from Cranmore Station Steam Railway, and have had patterns made of that, and then we've cast those. So, because where do you go to parts like this? You know, we've got to be a bit more resourceful. So we've stripped all the paint off, back to the bare metal, and then we're putting on a modern paint system. And apart from that, yeah, new glass. But apart from that, they're in pretty good condition.
The same sort of treatment being meted out here to the gents then?
Yes, very much so. There's not as much repair work on the gents. It's really odd little bits of missing casting that we're sort of patching in, and then there are going to be some glass panels set within the cast iron panels where panels have been broken, but that's going to allow people to look in. There'll be interpretation boards inside that they can read. So, you know, it's not going to be open to the public all the time. So, you know, if people are curious as to what's in there, they will at least be able to look inside and see what's there.
So a curiosity for the future, but the one thing we must make clear, they're not going to be loos anymore. There will be more modern versions nearby.
Indeed, yes. There will be more modern versions. They're both listed, the toilets, so, you know, it's important that we sort of keep these as part of our heritage, and yeah, that they're looked after. We don't really want them to go back on the buildings at risk register.
In the few years I've been in Bath, Ironart have been involved in everything from bandstands to loos. Would you say those are two of the more unusual jobs you've had?
Oh, I don't know. We get some pretty unusual ones. We once had a pilot come in fresh from Afghanistan with their a big anti-aircraft gun and say, "Can you turn that into a standard lamp for me?" I mean, we get all sorts.